Okay. Hi, good evening. I'm Lyndon Thorpe. I'm your host, and this is the Millionaire Mindset Breakthrough. It's a series of 13 events. We're now on event 9, I can't believe it, but each Wednesday at 1 o'clock GMT, we hold an event, and each theme is going to take you closer to starting your millionaire journey, as I have done. About 2 years ago, I retired from a long career as a teacher, a university educator. And after a period of recovery and I think burnout, wandering around like a zombie and not really realizing that I was now free of my 9-to-5 grind, I started to wonder what I would do. And the first thing that came to my mind was I wanted to make a lot of money. Struggled with money all my life. As a teacher, you do hourly pay. And because you're a servant, really, and you're empowering students all the time, that becomes more important than your actual earnings. So, yes, you settle for an hourly rate, which is what I've done most of my life. And I decided now I was retired, no longer. I was going to get much more than that. I was going to get my value, the value of me, which is far more than an hourly rate. So I started to think about what I would do. And at that point, I realized I needed a mentor, because although I taught advanced business studies at university here in Japan for the last 10, 12 years, I'd never really put them into practice. And I decided, yeah, I really need a mentor to help me. So I went onto Google, typed in millionaire mentor, and after the sponsored ads, the first name that came up was a man called Michael Cheney. You might have heard of him. You'll hear me talking about him quite a lot on LinkedIn. He's a multimillionaire. And at that time, a year ago, just a year ago, he was looking for apprentices. And so I applied to become his apprentice, and he accepted me. And so I immediately started work learning the skills of marketing, and many other skills too, and putting them into practice, so that I could start to earn a living from the internet. And I started to earn a living from the internet immediately, within 24 hours of joining him. So he was making sure I was already getting some income, which was wonderful. And that has steadily grown. I've now been his apprentice for a year. I'm now a mentor in my own right, and developing my own products and getting my own clientele. And I've cracked it. I've cracked the code of how to make internet income. And that's what I want to share with you. And that's what I'm sharing during these events. There are many things to learn, many things to learn. And I tell you now, it's not easy. It's hard work. Yep, you need to work every single day. I don't have holidays, really. I have half days once a week, but I keep working every single day. And that consistency, especially posting content, is really, really important. You have to be consistent with your posting. You have to write different types of posts. You have to create media posts, video, podcast, lives like this, all to get the right kind of attention and find your audience, to find the people you're really going to work with in the future. So today is event 9. I can't believe it. we've got through these events very, very quickly. And the title is Building Your Millionaire Network, Trust and Collaboration. And to start with today, I'm going to give you a short presentation which will give you some ideas. Here's Richard. Richard's here. Hello, Richard. Welcome. I'll go on while you get signed in. I'm delighted to see you. Didn't think you'd make it, but it's great. So yeah, I'm going to give you a short presentation. I'm going to give you some reflective questions to think about. I always feel that's a good thing so that you can start to think about the topic. So allow me to share my screen. Oh, no. We've got a problem with screens. I cannot share my screen. Oh dear. So I can't show you my presentation. That's terrible. Oh dear. Well, never mind. No, whatever I do, I'm not. Just a moment. See if I can open some settings. I'm sorry, Richard. We've had this problem now for a little while. I can't seem to open up my screen. Let's see if I can. Just give me one moment. Richard, sorry, Richard, can you see my screen okay?
I can, yes. Am
I
on
mute?
mute?
My screen?
Yes. I'm not muted, am I? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Hello?
Can you see it? I can't hear you. Never mind. I'll continue anyway. And you put me a message in chat if you can't see my screen. Oh, Natasha's here. Natasha, can you see my screen once you're in? I've had big trouble with the
Yes, I can see your screen.
I think it's okay now. Okay. I think it's okay. Okay, let's get started with my short presentation, and I'll talk a little bit. Natasha, can you see the screen okay? Okay, so I'm Lyndon Thorpe, as I've mentioned, and today's event 9, and it's called Building Your Millionaire Network. There are 13 events, and we steadily move from one essential stage to the next in the journey to transforming your mindset, which is what is needed in order for you to start attracting wealth. You can discover how to create meaningful connections that accelerate your success today. Okay, that's the title, and that's been my theme most of the week. If you've read any of my posts this week, we've been talking about digital networks, collaboration, being kind to people, trusting people, and so on. And this is the future. This is what we have to do in order to attract people to our ideas. So here are some questions for you all to think about. Three of them. The first one: what's the most valuable business or career opportunity you've ever had? Okay, so think about that. Write it down if you have a pen and paper. What's the most valuable business
pen
or
and paper.
career opportunity you've ever had. Richard's getting his pen and paper. Okay. Okay, let's go on. And the second one is, in networking, people often focus on what they can gain. Okay. And actually, this is really not acceptable. I don't like this at all. And many people have complained to me recently that, you know, whenever they find somebody new on LinkedIn, they say hello to each other. And then the next thing is they're pitching an idea or some kind of deal at them. That's not the way to build a good network. So we don't want to gain something straight away. We want to make relationships. That's what will create businesses and create wealth. You know, businesses are all about people. They wouldn't exist without people. Okay, so we need to be very careful about how we develop our relationships. And really, the relationships you develop should be built on what you can give, not what you can take. Okay, what you can share. I like to think of it as sharing. Now, that's the second question. And then when you meet someone new, what do you think makes them memorable? Now, this is really, I've been talking to people this week about this. This is really interesting because we all have different ways of remembering things. Some people remember through the eyes, some people are auditory, some people remember things in their body, and so on. We've got some people are addicted to smells. I'm very unusual because I tend to be all of those things. So when I first meet someone, I might remember the way they smell. They're wearing a beautiful perfume, maybe, or something, you know, they're eating a bun like Richard is. If I met him now, I could probably smell his bun. So, yeah, we all use different ways of remembering, especially contact with humans. So the third question is, when you meet someone new, what do you think makes them memorable? So those are the three questions I'd like you to just peruse in your mind as I go on and just show you my ideas about networking, okay? So networking is essential for success, but why? Why is it so important? Well, we can't achieve success alone. What's the point? If you're on a desert island and you're the only person there, what does success matter? Survival matters, maybe, but success, perhaps not. So in a world where there are many people, in our highly, heavily populated world today, the global community, then we can achieve success through trust-based relationships. And that's exactly what I've been doing for the last year. Your network, the people who are attracted to you, who you address with your posts, who are in your mind, your audience that you want to serve and help and provide solutions for. And remember that business is really primarily about helping people. If it's not, then it's not really a business. We provide a service to help others to solve their problems because we've got some solutions. We want to share them. I think that's a very nice way to think about business. And in the past, we've tended to think of, you know, with the sales hype era, which hopefully is now more or less over, we tend to think of business as something separate to ordinary people who aren't business people. Well, that has all changed. The global community, we are all potential business people. We have to be. The internet is our hub. It could be our best refuge in the future if there's another pandemic. I spent 5 years teaching all my classes because of the pandemic. I don't know what would have happened had we not had Zoom, had we not had the internet. Well, the students would have wanted their refunds, I'm sure. So your network shapes your net worth. I like this. Your network shapes your net worth. And who you surround yourself with matters. And I found this when I became a Millionaire's Apprentice. I didn't know any millionaires and I didn't know any multimillionaires. Now I know lots. But I knew I had to find some so that they could mentor me. And indeed, that's what happened. If you surround yourself with people who are in your tribe, if you like, or your audience, then you're going to make some great connections. And this will build your confidence in an incredible way. I couldn't have got where I am today without my network. It's essential. Okay. And then finally, a good network opens many doors to opportunities, to partnerships, and to mentorships, like in my case. And I also have several collaborations on the go at the moment with a lot of, some very interesting people. And so collaboration is now a really big thing, especially on LinkedIn. So let's move on a little bit. So here's my, let's let Natasha in again. We've got some internet problems, I think, today. Anyway, my story from apprentice to mentor. And you can see here I am in my very strict teacher role, professor role. And then here I am freaking out at Monument Valley and working in northern Malaysia in a Holiday Inn. No, it's not a Holiday Inn, some kind of big hotel, can't remember where. And here I am in Indonesia. So I've done quite a lot of traveling in my life. So apprentice to a multimillionaire means you work really hard. So for the last year, I've worked so hard. I don't think I've ever worked so hard in my life. Yeah, even when I had hundreds of students to look after, because this is concerted work and it's your creativity. So everything I create is from me. Yeah, it all comes from me. So it's really hard work and you have to work relentlessly. You also have to never give up, even if you have a bad day, things go wrong. You can't give up. You've got to keep going because you've made this commitment. And I've made that commitment to me, nobody else, to me. I'm going to do this. I'm going to be a millionaire. I've made 100% commitment and it's happening. Yeah. So really, and several people have assured me this is the case. What most people do in 5 years, I've done in 1. And I've had help. And my trusty Natasha has been such a superb help to me during the last 9 months. Yeah. And I can't tell you how wonderful the power of mentorship and community is. It transformed my mindset. You can't do it alone. You can't. You talk yourself out of it. Yeah, you may have a passion, but actually making that commitment, you need support, you need a scaffolding. And I've had the most fabulous digital community during the last year, and LinkedIn community too has been wonderful, and a fabulous mentor. And my mindset is transformed to a success mindset. So what exactly is the power of digital networking? Well, there are many things, many benefits. First of all, global support. So I'm in several digital communities. People are based all over the world. It's wonderful. Look at this now. I'm in Japan. Richard is in UK. Natasha is in Nigeria. Isn't that amazing? So we've got this international community at our fingertips, really, as long as the internet is working. We get 24/7 support, therefore, because people are in different time zones. So it works really well. We can collaborate. I've got 2 or 3 really good partners on partner apprentices on my digital network, and we work together in many ways. We can celebrate wins. So in any of these digital communities, if you make some money or if you have some kind of success, then people applaud you and you publish it and you make big of it. That's important to celebrate every single win. People in your community have much better experience, much longer experience than you, perhaps. And therefore, they're really good at problem solving. And so if you get a problem, just go on to your digital app, your community app, and say, help, I can't do this. How do you do it? And you'll get someone who will help you. And I think one of the biggest good points is that you get real-time advice. It's not out of a book. It's not a robot. It's a real human being giving you advice. And that is very powerful. So there are many more benefits than this, but these are some of the best that I have found in my year of being a digital community member. Now, my 2 signature pathways, which I'll just tell you about briefly, and I've developed these during the last year as a result of my mentorship. I've had lots of help creating them, and I'll just tell you a little bit about them. The first one is the Millionaire Commitment Path. And this has 3 tiers, and really it's for action takers because, yeah, as I mentioned earlier, if you really want to be a millionaire, you have to take action today. It's no good saying, oh, I'll do it tomorrow. I'll just have a rest today, because you won't. Yeah. So when I started, I found a mentor, and my mentor said to me, okay, let's get started now. He's a real action taker, Michael Cheney. So we did right away. We got started. So, you know, if you're an action taker, the Millionaire Commitment Path may be your best route to build wealth. Details to come. Secondly, the Legacy Partnership is something I've developed. And this is more subtle because it's aiming to provide underprivileged people with opportunity. And so what happens is somebody joins my digital community, they learn all the skills needed to become a millionaire, like I have during this last year, and then they sponsor somebody from an underprivileged location, maybe in a war zone or a refugee camp, or you know, an Indian rubbish tip or something like that, a street child. They sponsor that person to gain digital skills, to get the marketing skills they need, to get a website, get a domain, and get online. And so the person who's invested in this partnership sponsors somebody possibly afford it and who would never have a hope in hell of doing such a thing. So this is a really groundbreaking partnership idea. I've got lots of people interested in this from the point of view of diversity and inclusion and poverty eradication. it's going to be really amazing once it takes off. So this is the second program that I'm offering. So yeah, the Millionaire Commitment Path is rather glossy. It's for people who want to do this straight away, and I will mentor them, and we will make it in a year. Okay. The Legacy Partnership is a little different, but it basically is empowering people with the same kinds of skills, real world skills, marketing skills, digital skills necessary to really navigate the internet and make a good income from it. So earn, empower, and elevate. So the elevation is taking someone who is very unfortunate and has no future really ahead of them, and sponsoring them and mentoring them. So it's a legacy because I'm handing on my legacy to those people who join the partnership in the same way that my mentor handed me his legacy. And in this way, we can really build something real and sustainable, and something that will make a big difference in the world. So this is these two flagship products are soon to be available. And yes, you'll be seeing lots on the internet about these two programs. They'll be launching in the next couple of weeks properly, and then we'll be taking people on. So keep your eyes open and you'll see more about it. Now, as I mentioned at the beginning of my little talk today, I'm a mindful educator, have been all my life. I'm a meditation teacher. I'm also a Buddhist priest. So mindfulness plays a huge role in everything I do. And so all of my work towards becoming a millionaire includes mindfulness in every aspect, because I believe that success starts inside. Most people believe it starts outside when someone says, wow, you did it. How fantastic. No, it does not. It starts inside until you are successful in your own eyes and until you've made the right kind of mindful goals and developed your inner universe. Success means nothing. Okay, it's something flimsy that will not be sustainable. So we have to start right inside your core. And I, in fact, today I ran Mindful Moments. This is on LinkedIn. I run this on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, every single week. It's free. It's 30 minutes of mindful practice. It's interdenominational, not connected to any religion at all, but it's about journeying inside your inner universe. And by doing this practice, you will eventually encounter your true nature. Join me if you want to know more. But yes, mindful decision-making, meditation and mental clarity, inner confidence and growth, these are really, really key to my journey and to my mentees. The people I mentor will all need these things. So I integrate them into everything I do to bring about self-mastery. So true success, yeah, it's nothing to do with financial success. It's really interesting. The money becomes less and less important. It's to do with how you develop the ideas and how you express them. So it's not just about getting money. If it is, there's something wrong. It's much more organic than that, because it's about transformation and it's about sustainable fulfillment. Last year, only 4% of those people who started an internet business carried on. 96 gave up. 96% gave up. Yeah, it's all about commitment, and it has to be sustainable. Therefore, it has to be mindful, and it has to be something which helps you to grow as a person. All the millionaires and billionaires will tell you that this is true. And especially my mentor, Michael Chaney, he will tell you exactly this. So what kind of strategies do we need to build trust and authentic relationships online? Well, I've been doing it now for, well, much more than a year, because I've been teaching online for a long time. But during this last year, I've realized that consistency, as I mentioned before, is key. You have to turn up. You have to do what you've promised every single day. So every single day, I post 8 pieces of content on LinkedIn. I post a full scholarly article on Medium. I make videos. I make podcasts every single day. That's what I do all day. And I've now got consistent flow of content online, marketing flow. Okay, consistency, very important. Transparency and honesty are absolutely key. I'm someone, speaking as a Buddhist, who's very keen that the internet becomes a pure refuge where there is no cheating, there is nothing underhand. People are transparent and they're honest. And I'm so lucky on LinkedIn because I've got a really wonderful crowd of people around me who are equally transparent and honest. So it bodes very, very well for the future of the internet. Deep listening is really important. If you're putting your own urgency or desperation to get money or to get clients or whatever it is before the person you're speaking to, then you'll never do it. You'll never make it. People want to be heard, and especially with AI now around, human beings want to know that their humanity matters. And so I spend a lot of time each day talking to my audience, either on Zoom or in comments and so on. Deep listening is really important. Yeah, you have to follow through. You have to be consistent, and whatever you promise, whatever you schedule, you have to go and do it. And yeah, I've had some near misses in the last year where I've not been very well. On one occasion, had no voice, but I knew I had to go and do a live event. So I took medication, I slapped my cheeks, and I got on with it, and it was okay. And you have to, the last 2 things are you have to offer value before you pitch. Okay, so you'll see me constantly giving away free gifts, giving away my time free. And you always have to be kind and personable. So it's a real challenge to make all of those things happen. But those are the main strategies. Now, let me tell you about my one-day digital breakthrough. This is happening on the 29th and 30th of March. You can see the times there, 10 a.m. GMT, 7 AEST, 9 NZDT on the 29th. So that's to keep the Australasians happy. And then on Sunday, it'll be 12 noon, which is 7 a.m. EST. I'm hoping to really capture a big audience. And this is one-day digital breakthrough. Learn the basis of digital skills. You will get a free website created like that on my perfect platform. Free website. We will create it before your session is over. You will get a landing page made. A landing page is something that you add links to that people can find what you're offering easily, okay? And you'll get a free domain. Now, a website and a domain are so important. They are real estate on the internet. And if you don't have a website and you don't have a landing page and you don't have a domain, you're going to be in big trouble in the future. Don't get left behind. Join my one-day digital breakthrough and you'll end up with a foundation of digital skills, a free website, a free domain, which can be your name, for example, lyndonthorpe.com, and I've actually got that domain. And nobody else can have it because it's me. Okay, it's really important to find your domain and make it yours, and you have it forever then. It is your real estate on the internet, just like having a house. Very important. So I'd say your free domain, your free website, this is your future, really. So join me. If you want to know more, you can get the link to the registration page. Natasha will put that in the chat and she'll be sending it to you in the follow-up mail. So please register. Time is running out. We've already got quite a lot of people registered, and we've only got a few days before registration closes. So don't miss this opportunity. But if you do miss it, don't worry, because I'll be doing it every month from now on. At the end of each month, I'll be doing a one-day digital breakthrough twice. So it will suit your time zone. Okay. And I also provide some free resources to help elevate your journey. I've created 5 free videos. They are training videos, and they will give you a foundation for moving forward in your journey towards wealth. And you can also join my mail list, and that means you'll get regular tips and messages from me. The webinars I've just mentioned, yes, I'll be running webinars. I'll be running more and more of those. I'm now planning to follow up the one-day digital breakthrough once people have got their domain and their website with a 6-week weekly session to build your digital skills. I've been teaching digital literacy for years, so I'm quite an expert. And so I'll be running those sessions weekly for 6 weeks after you've got your website and so on. So there'll be lots of webinars to look out for so that your digital training is superb. Mentorship, yeah, I've already told you about my millionaire path. And this is where you can transform your mindset. You might be thinking, oh, I could never be a millionaire. You can. I'm doing it. I used to think that, but my mindset is transformed and I know how to transform yours. And finally, the legacy partnership. Okay. And this is where you share your journey with an underprivileged person with no future hopes, no money, nothing. And you can sponsor that person. They will have the digital skills because they've joined my webinars. They'll have a domain and a website, but then you can mentor them and share the skills that you are learning on your journey with them. And in the email list, you'll get insider strategies from me and many of the millionaires I work with, and some secrets too about how to network. So, are you ready to take the next step? I wonder. DM me on LinkedIn or comment in the chat to get started. And there are various ways you can reach me. My campaign is called Escape the 9 to 5 Grind, Earn, Empower and Elevate. I'm Lyndon Thorpe, and I'm offering you a free Zoom session. Okay, so you can look at my Calendly link, which I'll show you in a moment, and you can book a free 30-minute session with me. I will spell out the next steps for you, answer any of your questions, and just get you started. Okay, So I hope that fills in some of the details. And so, Richard, what about the questions? Have you got any answers to those questions?
You've gone for an awful, I can't see anyone else in the meeting. Can you not hear me? I don't know what's wrong with my mic.
Never mind. Okay,
well,
well, Richard's finding his mute button. And I'll just check the chat messages. I can see your screen. I'm looking forward to seeing the, okay, good. Yeah, the link to your breakthrough day. Okay, you'll get that from Natasha. She'll put the online link in maybe in chat now for you, Richard. And if not, then we'll be sending it to you so you can register. And I'll just share my screen again and I'll show you if I can. Yeah. Oh. Things are very different in Zoom for some reason. Oh no, that's not right. Just a moment. Just a second. I'll try and find my oh, here we are. Okay, good. Yeah. Oh no, it's disappeared. See if I can get it to. I don't know what's happening to this. Just give me a second.
Try that. Hello, can you hear me now?
Just give me 1 second. I've got a technical hitch here. Okay, I need to just, yeah, we've got, I don't know what's happening here. We've got Zoom working okay. Okay, let's see what Natasha says. She might have the answer. Okay, there's Richard, there's the one-day digital breakthrough registration. Okay.
Can you hear me now?
And we'll send it to you in an email too, but you can copy that if you wish. I really do want to show you my Calendly link, but I'm not able to for some reason. Just 1 second. Let's see if it shows. Okay. For some reasons, it's working out.
The March 29th, when's that?
So if you there, it's Richard. And some time, quite filming.
All right.
There's a novelist said Calendly will give you time in your time zone. So of course we're all in different time zones. So this is really friendly way of booking an appointment. So yeah, jump on there and make an appointment to talk to me. We can talk for 30 minutes. And today also, let me show you my networking action plan. I'm going to give you this as a free downloadable, okay? And this gives you lots of lovely secrets. You can see I repeat quite a lot of my presentation in this, but it gives you the way to think about networking and checklists and affirmations and quotations. So for each step, there's a good quotation to inspire you, place for you to write your notes, and you can type them in easily on this downloadable PDF, and then an affirmation to say for each of the 7 steps. So it will get you started in really understanding many of the things I explained in my presentation. And if you work your way through it, you'll lead up to this final affirmation. I attract powerful connections, meaningful collaborations, and limitless opportunities. My network expands with trust, authenticity, and purpose, leading me to greater success every day. This is an affirmation. By the way, I wrote these affirmations, so they work. I've used them. And yeah, you can follow me here and find out more about my projects and other things that I'm working on. And then, yeah, I should just mention also that you can get the flip book, which is the startup guide for makes this little noise, which tells you a lot about my story, and it takes you through the events. So there you can see the 13 event themes, and it shows you the various things you can get. There's a workbook and a live workbook, a training series for making your own website, which I'm going to be using in the One Day Digital Breakthrough. There are my videos there, the 6 video series, so you can learn all about that. And here is Millionaire's Apprentice. Sorry, just take you, this is what it looks like. I go into school every day and interact with all my mates there, and here's Michael Cheney, and so on. And you can see I'm at the top of the leaderboard. I'm one of the top students. Well, in fact, I'm the top student now. And a little are my 4 websites, which I created during this last year. They're each ranking with Google, lots of articles on them, and they're all dedicated to different aspects of creating wealth. So there we are. That's everything for today, and we're a little over time. So sorry about that. That's because we had a lot of technical problems today. I don't know why, but I do know that here in Japan this morning, we've had thick snow. We've got a lot of snow here at the moment, which may be affecting things. I just checked the chat. I've registered for the One Day Breakthrough, but was not given a choice of slot. Do I need to attend both sessions? No, you don't. No, choose one. And tell me about that when you DM me, and I'll make sure you get the session you want. You need the GMT one, don't you? Yeah. Maybe you've not got the right link. Yeah. You were 18 minutes late. Wow. Well, we'd already started once, and we had to start again because I couldn't screen share, couldn't open my screen, so don't worry. In fact, you just turned up just as we were starting the second edition, as it were. So don't worry about it. I'm so glad you came, Richard. That's great. Yeah. If you're not seeing the right zone choice, then we'll sort that out. I'll DM you about it on LinkedIn, and we'll get you booked in for the right session. Okay, I think maybe you've not got the right link. I think that link has been playing up at the moment. I'll check with Natasha and get back to you about it. Okay, so Richard, I don't think you can talk to me, can you? You can't unmute for some reason. I can mute you, but I can't I can ask you to unmute. Can you see anything there to click? Click the microphone to unmute yourself. No, there's definitely something happening. Anyway, let me bring this to an end, and then I'll have a quick word with you. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you're out there, Natasha will be in touch with you, and she will give you the Flipbook link, the One Day Digital Breakthrough registration link, and the link to this recording, and also something else. The downloadable. the network action plan for you to download and try. So thank you so much for joining me. I'm going to stop the recording there. Thank you.